C++, so they are mostly similar. So if anyone of you have known it, so they will know that these are similar. The next thing is the data structure and algorithm. So these is the, like we can say, the most important thing. You can say the base of a any programming language. So the data structure and algorithm you will learn after, like once you will complete it with the basics of C, we will go ahead with the data structures and the algorithms. So there you will learn the different algorithms that we can use, or the different data structures that are available, which we can use to efficiently work with the to efficiently implement things. And the next thing is the competitive programming. So here what we will do, you might not be familiar with these things. So competitive programming is like with knowledge of the programming language and the data structure and algorithm, you will be provided with some daily life problems, and you provide a code to tackle those things, so you can say to solve that daily problems. So like this is the main thing, the main aim of the competitive programming. But as we can say competitive, so there is a tough competition. You can sure, you can be sure about that. So you should be very good in the competitive programming to you can say crack any interview. Or like the first thing they are demand for any job profile is the competitive, that you should be good in competitive programming. And the first, you can say, test, the first part of a interview session is they filter through the competitive programming part. Next is the robotics. So in the, as we earlier seen, that we have a robotics and mechatronics club as a sub part of our tech club. So in the robotics, we will do the workshops for the Arduinos and all these things. So once you will be familiar with the basics of C, these things will be easier, like the things with the Arduino, and then moving ahead with the Raspberry Pi, these all things. So before that, you should also be familiar with the different, like we can say the algebra, like the Boolean, or you can say the binary and the octal numbers, these things. So if by the time you will be we will done the basics of C, you will be familiar with these things. So we will start the robotics part along with that. And the next thing is graphic designing. So we will like the first phase will be the basics of C, and then the remaining things will go parallelly with each other. So you can choose with your interest which we want to choose. And I will suggest you should join all of them, because these are the basic chunks. So if you will get a hold of all those things, so you can be a master of all. Like you will have a grip of all. So if anyone asks you any questions, so if you have a basic knowledge of everything, so you can answer this thing in some way. So next slide. Yeah, so what we have planned, like in the first year, you will go through those workshop as I mentioned in the previous slide, and where by the time you will come to the second year, we will like you will be at an advanced stage, so you can go ahead with your learning skills. And we will arrange workshops for the web development, like the website that we generate. So there are various languages like the React, Node.js, Django. So you will learn those things. So don't feel like, don't think like what is the React and Node.js. So by the time you will come to the second year, you will be familiar with those things. So it will be easy to you. The second thing is the app development. So we generally use the Flutter language. It is a, like this is a most commonly language used right now. So it will be easy to you to implement the apps through that. And we will arrange the workshops for these things. The next thing, the data science and machine learning. Some of you might have learned, like listen or you heard about these things. So data science and machine learning. This is the most active thing, or you can say the most you can say the most popular thing right now in the world is the machine learning and the data science. As a competitive programming is the same is in this year also. Like the competitive programming is common for all the years. You can never skip these things. The competitive programming will continue from the first year to the fourth year, and even that after that also. Now the next thing is the cyber security. So currently we don't have an ample amount of students working in the field of cyber security. So we will be more of a research group for the cyber security. We will provide you the resources where which you can refer, and you will have a group of students which are interested in that particular field, and you can go ahead with the learning of the cyber security things. And the alumni workshops. So this is the missing in the first year. Like we think the alumni workshops should be start from the second year. Like you will be by that time you will be familiar with the most of the thing you should know, and so that you when you attend these alumni workshops, you can easily understand what your seniors or you can your alumni are talking to you, and also you can ask your question in a more beneficial, and the workshop will be fruitful to you. Like the graphic designing, so the things which were common in the first and second year, so you can say that these are the you will be in the increasing steps. So in the first year you will learn the basics, and in, like by the time you come to the second year you will be at the advanced stage. And the new workshop that we have started for particular this year, like for the second year, the workshop will be for the interview experience. So your seniors, like the students of the fourth years, or they will share their experience of the interview. So what they do, how they prepare for the, and the interviews they have attended. So how they tackle those, what were the questions they were the question asked to them, and how they answer, what are the things, the tips to tackle the most common questions. So all these things will be given in that interview experience workshop. So these things very fruitful. Like by the time you started in the second year, by the time you second year, so you will be like these are the things that should be provided, or you can say you should think about all those things. So you were the early stage for the interview process, like because by the end of the second year you have to complete internship, if you can see like if you have gone through your curriculum. So like once you be familiar with how the interviews were done, so you can easily you easily participate, and can take the better opportunities in the internships for the by the end of second year. Like next, the workshop for the third year. So like by the time you will be completed your second year, you will have grip on all the subjects, the basics and the things that you should have learned. So by the third year is mainly for the projects, the projects and your experiences. So if you can like the work apart from the curriculum, so you should be good on the things with your basics. So we will arrange the workshops only the things which will be beneficial for you in the future. So like as I told you earlier, the competitive programming is the must. So it should be you have a very grip, have a very tight grip on the competitive programming. And by the third year, it should be like you can attempt any question within like if a long if it is a long type. So you should attempt it. Like the time constraint might be you might not attempt in a particular time constraint, but you should be able to complete any competitive program. The next thing is the alumni workshop. So as I explained in the previous slide, so these were the similar, though second year and third year students will combinedly attend those alumni workshops. So they you could so in that alumni workshops, so the things that you might not ask in the second year, so that your seniors, the third year students will can put their questions with the seniors, so you can also get a idea from that also. And the interview experience is the similar with the last slide, and the mock interview. So this is a new one in the for the third year students. In the mock interviews, what we will do, we arrange the sessions where some of your seniors will be the interviewer, and they will ask the questions with you. So and the different things that we have, like the GD and the jam and other things. So jam is just a minute. So in the jam you will familiar with these things in the by the time you will come to third year. So we will arrange the mock interview, so that when you will sit for the in the placement, so you have a like better with the communication skills, and you will be able to tackle those interviews in a easy way and better way. And the next thing is the robotics. So the thing with robotics I have explained earlier also. So in the robotics, we in the early part we will go with the in the earlier part we go with the basics, like the, as I said, the binary and the octal and all those things. And by the time you will be done with the basics of and other things, so we can go with the Arduino. So right now, if you can like many of you might not be able to purchase the Arduinos and all the related things. So in the early stage, we will go with an online platform named tinkercad.com. It is a website which provides us you can design the circuit over there on the Arduino. So in the earlier part, in the early part, we will start with this website named tinkercad.com. So you can go through that also, and you can learn on your own also from, like, it is very easy. So we will go through that, and if there were chances like we will attend the physical classes, so we will workshop for robotics like on the hardware also. We have Arduinos and other things in our technical club also. You can also issue those things if in future the physical classes and the college will open. And there were various workshops also for the Arduinos, and once you are okay with the Arduino, you can go with the Raspberry Pi and other things. So like these are very cool stuff. You might not be familiar with these things, like what is Arduino and what is Raspberry Pi, but these are I can want to give you a little bit of light on those things. So you have seen the automation things like in your house, like you see like in the lights, they just blip, or you can say the pattern of the light changed, or you might have noticed that there is a buzzer type, like whenever some like there were different things. So when you will be okay with your programming language, you can go learn these things very easily. And these were the parts you can achieve very easily through the Arduino. So the Arduino is just type of microprocessor. Don't want to discuss this thing right now, so it might be feel like confusing for you. And with the Raspberry Pi, it is a sort of mini computer, you can say. So everyone is familiar with the computer, so I want to, like, I can tell about that a little bit. So the Raspberry Pi is little bit of mini computer. So it is a pocket size processor. What you can do, you can just earlier you can connect through your like the desktop and the keyboard, other things you can connect on it. And it is a like small mini computer. It is a CPU of, like, it is like a CPU. So you can connect display, you can connect your mouse and other things. And then you can start any process in it, and by the continuous supply in the your Raspberry Pi, you can just keep it in your pocket. And like if you want to download any game or movie or anything, like any software which is which is of like 13 to 20 GB, so you can't keep your you don't want to put your laptop desktop open for that long time. So what you can do is you just open your you put your Raspberry Pi, you download like you put the command in the Raspberry Pi, you download that thing and keep the Raspberry Pi in the pocket with the power to it like on. So the supply should be given to it all time. So it will keep downloading your thing, and it is in your pocket, so you can move anywhere. So it is very cool stuff. You will be familiar with it later when you will be at that stage. So in the next slide, the gaming. So I think Rishikesh will move ahead from here. Rishikesh?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So currently, like, okay, the gaming club has just taken like a rise. Like back when I joined, there wasn't much in the gaming club. We only had a few people, like 2 or 3 people that used to consistently play games. And the thing is, like, ever since the year I joined, that's the year CS:GO went free. So a lot of people started playing CS:GO in our college, and then we slowly started doing events as well. So currently, we don't have any like professional events for you guys, but we will have some in-house events that you can participate in, like play some games with us, and we'll play some games with you. If you have any ideas for games you want to play, you can suggest. And we already linked the Discord channel. Like I'll send that again. But yeah, we have a event planned this coming week. Today is Sunday, so by the next weekend we'll have a event for CS:GO and Valorant. Both are free. You can download them, and we will relay the timings and all the details to you guys. Yeah. Also, our gaming club is called Third Rail, so